Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the structure of a typical flower. Flower is a part of the plant which is involved in sexual reproduction. A flower may be a bisexual flower or it may be a unisexual flower. In bisexual flower, both male as well as female reproductive organs are present. Male reproductive organs are in plants are called as androecium and female reproductive organ in plants are called as gynoecium. So a bisexual flower will have both androecium as well as gynoecium, whereas unisexual flower it may either have androecium or gynoecium. So accordingly, the flower is either called as male flower or female flower. Now we'll see how is the structure of a bisexual flower. A typical flower consists of two types of whorls, essential whorls and accessory whorls. So basic function of the flower is sexual reproduction. Flower is involved in sexual reproduction. Those whorls which are actually involved in sexual reproduction, they are called as essential whorls. Whereas which assist the essential whorl for reproduction, they are called as accessory whorls. So essential whorls include androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is male reproductive part, gynoecium is female reproductive part, whereas accessory whorls include calyx and corolla. So essential whorls are androecium and gynoecium, and accessory whorls are calyx and corolla. Androecium consists of one or more stamens, whereas gynoecium consists of one or more pistil or carpel. So either you say pistil or say carpel. ठीक है? Calyx consists of sepals and corolla consists of petals. In this way, there are four whorls present in a typical flower: androecium, gynoecium, calyx, and corolla. If any flower contain all the whorls or it has all four types of whorls, then the flower is called as perfect flower. Such flower is called perfect flower. One by one, we will see each and every whorl in detail. So a typical flower has pedicel, which is nothing but a stem, and the pedicel supplies the flower with water and food. This is the function of the pedicel. It is nothing but a stem, or you can call it as stalk, dandi, fool ki dandi, that is called as pedicel. If the flower is with pedicel, then the flower is called as pedicellate. But if any flower does not have the pedicel, then such flowers are called as sessile flowers. Above the pedicel is present receptacle. So it is there to support all the flower whorls. Every whorl is attached to the receptacle. So this receptacle is the flower base. Above the receptacle, the very much outermost whorl of the flower is calyx, and calyx consists of sepals. So these sepals, these are the green color part of the flower which protect the inner whorls of the flower before it opens. That means when the flower is in bud condition, this outermost whorl, that is calyx, which consists of sepal, protect the flower which is in bud condition. Inner to the calyx is the corolla. Corolla consists of petals. So as you can see in the diagram, this yellow color sepals, sorry, yellow color petals, they together makes a whorl which is called as corolla. And the function of the corolla is to attract the pollinating agencies. That means to attract the insect and birds for pollination. Inner to the corolla is the next whorl which is called androecium. Androecium consists of stamen. There may be single stamen in a flower, or there may be more than one stamen present in the flower. Stamen further consist of anther and filament, and in between anther and filament, a connective is present. The function of the stamen is that they are male parts of a flower which will make the male gametes. Anther is the structure where the pollen grains are produced. Now, inner to the androecium, the last floral whorl which is present is called gynoecium, which consists of pistil or carpels. So in a flower there may be a single pistil or carpel present, or there may be more than one pistil or carpels are present. Carpel further consists of stigma, style, ovary, and inside the ovary ovules are present. So pistil, these are the female parts of a flower which will produce, or inside which the female gametes will be produced. This is how is the structure of a typical bisexual flower, which consists of essential whorls androecium and gynoecium, and accessory whorls calyx and corolla. So you can see in the diagram androecium, which consists of stamens, is further consist of anther. Here it is a connective present and filament. Inside the anther, the microsporangia are produced, which will then divide and will produce pollen grains. This is the gynoecium part of the flower, which consists of carpels or pistils, which further consist of stigma. This is the part stigma, then style and ovary. Inside the ovary, the ovules, that means megasporangia, are produced, which will further divide and will form the um, egg and embryo sac. So, as I told you, flower is a part of the plant which is involved in reproduction, which will produce fruit, and inside which seeds are present. Seeds on germination will produce the new plants. So here you can see and compare the different floral parts with the fruit. So this is the stigma present in the flower, which later can be seen like this in the fruit. Then this is the style, the sepals. You can see these sepals in the tomato as well as in brinjal and chili. Now this peduncle become the stalk of the fruit, then ovary become the mature fruit. Inside that ovules are present, ovules that get converted into seeds, and then petals, they are fall down after reproduction, and they are not present in the mature fruit. Quickly we will see how the reproduction takes place in flower. So inside the anther, which is a part of stamen, pollen grains are produced. These pollen grains then fall on the stigma of the carpel of the same flower, or of the different flower through pollinating agency. Then inside the pollen, sorry, inside the inside the style of the pistil or carpel, the development of male gametophyte completes, or it is finished, and then it reaches up to the egg inside the ovule, and the fertilization takes place. After fertilization, zygote is formed. The embryo is developed inside the seed. The seed on germination develop into a new plant, and which bears the flower. Once again, the flower is ready for the sexual reproduction. So in this video, we have studied a structure of a typical flower. In next video, we'll study how is the structure of anther, and how male gametophyte develop, and what is the structure of a pollen grain. How is the structure of a pollen grain? Thank you.